If you want to win some free PSN or Xbox gift cards, all you gotta do is be subscribed to my channel, drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Also, if you guys want to get your hands on some cheap Master Prestige accounts for any Call of Duty games, check out DigiZani. The link will be down in the description, and make sure to use code GOBLIN. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking more in depth about this Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Days of Summer event, what we can expect as far as new DLC weapons, possible new specialists, new contracts, community contracts, a bunch of stuff we have to talk about today. Focus mainly on the DLC weapons. Hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you guys can, of course, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of the new subscribers and all of the likes. Today, let's go for 2,000 likes. If we could hit that, that would mean the absolute world to me. And let's get right into this and start talking about this Call of Duty Days of Summer event. So, first of all, this event starts July 11th, which starts after the Infinite Warfare and the Modern Warfare Remastered ones have already been rolling. I think that's to split the fan base up and to put more of an emphasis on Black Ops 3 because of how big the player base is. But right now, they give us a little bit of a teaser, I guess you could say. This weekend, we have double XP and I think also double weapon XP in Black Ops 3 right now for everyone. So if you're interested in that, you guys can go on and play that right now. But July 11th is when this Days of Summer event really does start, and that's when I expect us to begin a lot of new DLC content and possibly the last big wave of stuff from Treyarch going into this summer up into the next year's release of the Sledgehammer game Call of Duty World War II. So the first thing I want to talk about is that we are probably going to be getting new weapons during this DLC event, if not before. Now, with these new weapons, there's a bunch of possibilities, and that's what a lot of rumors are going around, a lot of people are talking about, and the way these weapons are going to be released is most likely in the traditional form, but possibly through some other sort of Days of Summer community contract or something like that. Now, as far as the weapons, one thing that we're missing out on is we haven't had a melee weapon in quite a long time, and a lot of people have been talking and different rumors have been going around the web that a melee weapon, if they are going to continue to do melee weapons, which I think is a possibility, but I don't think they would because they're focused more on the ranged weapons, which bring more hype. However, if they were going to end it with one final melee weapon, it would of course be the Bowie knife, one that's longly been leaked, been in the zombies portion of Black Ops 3, been hacked or modded into the multiplayer portion, and if they were going to do a final DLC for the melee weapon, I think the Bowie knife would be up there, and I think that's something that could get this hype rolling out for this Days of Summer event. Now, of course, we are most likely going to be getting also ranged weapons, and I don't think if we don't get any melee weapons, we definitely will be getting ranged weapons. Now, these ranged weapons could vary from anything, and there are different ideas, and what I think these ranged weapons most likely would be that we're going to get during this Days of Summer event are, if you look at the past few ranged weapon drops we've got, they're all from previous Call of Duty games, and two weapons that have still been leaked this whole life cycle of Black Ops 3 and have never come to the game yet are the M27 from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This one has been leaked. People have literally been running around with it in-game in Black Ops 3. There's been gameplay of it, but they never have had the ability to use it, and that's basically one of them that's been leaked like that. Another one is the PDW. It was found in the game codes. Maybe it was just a coding error from Black Ops 2 because they used the same engine into Black Ops 3. That was another rumor, and then of course there's all sorts of different ones. The MP7 also was used in Black Ops 3 in the beta, or the pre-beta, I guess you could say the alpha. People were running around using the MP7, so that's also another possibility to come out during this Days of Summer event, or if not, even before. Now, other things we have during this Days of Summer event is we're definitely overdue for a new specialist. Right now, we have just the 10th specialist, and the 10th specialist was kind of, I guess, a flop. At the time, it seemed like it was super hyped, but over time, we've realized I don't see anyone using the blackjack anymore. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below if you guys do use the blackjack, or if you see people using it, but we are definitely overdue for a new specialist. Now, Black Ops 3 and Treyarch have been very adamant saying their 2017 cycle of DLC is going to be just as good as the 2016 one, or around that way. They're going to be having a full commitment to this DLC lifecycle. And if they are doing a full commitment, that definitely means that we are overdue and we need a new 11th specialist. This thing comes out on July 11th, and that's when, during those 5 weeks after that, we could possibly see a lot of this stuff coming out. Now, in a new specialist, if there was going to be one, there's been a bunch of rumors about 11th specialists going around. A lot of them have been fake. Some of them have been slightly real, you know, a little bit of realism taken and blown up out of proportion. But I think that 11th specialist is definitely a possibility. Is it likely? I'm not sure, because the 10th specialist sort of seemed like they were kind of lazy with it. I mean, the 10th specialist is literally just a random.org, an RNG of the other 9 specialists in the game. So it does seem like they weren't really fully committed on the first life cycle to the specialist. So I'm not sure if they will be fully committed again on the second life cycle, but that's definitely going to be a possibility. More other things that are going to be coming in this Days of Summer event is definitely there's going to be new contracts. I can pretty much guarantee that. There's always new contracts coming out in Black Ops 3, and one thing that I think is pretty much a definite, it's not for sure, but I would put money that there's going to be more community contracts, because those are fairly easy for them to do. We got to remember Treyarch right now is working on their future Call of Duty game, which comes out in not this year, not in 2017, but 2018 would be when their next Call of Duty game comes out. So we'll just say, for example, that game is Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which probably, I mean, I hope that's the title, but who really knows? They're working on that, so they want to put out the DLC stuff that doesn't take as much work, and it's pretty easy to do, but still gets people hype, of course, and that would be these community contracts. With the recent leaks, and there were 7 new camos leaked, some of them were from zombies, some of them were new. I made a video about that about a week ago, or a little bit less than a week ago, 5 days ago or so. You guys can check that out on my channel if you guys haven't seen that. I show gameplay of all these new camos. I definitely recommend you guys go to my channel and check out that video if you didn't see it. But I think that those are the camos that we're going to be getting in these community contracts, or in supply drops, or just somehow these camos are going to be coming out, because we do have the leaked gameplay of them being in multiplayer. I think that they should take the best camos from there, put those into community contracts, and have them come out. And I think that community contracts are something that are pretty much going to be a definite this summer. Another thing is more triple plays, and that's another thing that a lot of people have been talking about. The triple play one is also something that gets the hype up. It gets people to play the game a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised if another triple play comes out at the start of this Days of Summer event or around there, because by then most people will have finished up the previous one. You know, a lot of people are casual players, so it takes them a while. 100 wins is not that easy to get. It takes people a while to get that, and I think that by then, July 11th, a lot of people would have finished up those 2 previous triple play bribes, and that's when they could possibly do a new one. And if they were doing a new triple play, we got to remember the triple play gives you 10 rare supply drops. It gives you 1 guaranteed ranged weapon, which there's already a bunch of ranged weapons in the game, and 1 guaranteed melee weapon. So that could also lead to the possibility of having that Bowie knife, or have another melee weapon come into the game. This is all speculation, and a lot of this are rumors. A lot of this we can, you know, take off the past and see what's going to come in the future, and that's what I would bet on. New DLC weapons, I would bet on that. New melee weapon is a possibility. New specialist is a possibility. New community contracts, I would also bet on that. And new contracts as well. New camos is also a possibility. So there's a bunch of new stuff to get excited for. I'm really excited to see what they do with these next set of DLC weapons. Hopefully they put out a couple. You know, I don't like when, I think it was like the Galil, they just put out solo the Galil. I think that was also the same with the AK-74U maybe. I hope they put out, if they're going to finish it off, and if they're going to do this Days of Summer event properly, which I think they do based off the timing, based off that they didn't just throw all 3 COD games together. They had Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare together, but then Black Ops 3 separate. It makes me feel like they're leading up to something secret and something big that they're going to be dropping, and I hope that they finish off with a strong set of DLC weapons. I'll probably make another video talking more about what we could see from, like, what DLC weapons are still a possibility to come into this game, because there's still so many, and I don't know how long they're going to be continuing to do DLC into Black Ops 3, because of course we're coming up on the 2-year date since the release of Black Ops 3, And are they into that third-year life cycle? I think that's when they would really be focused all onto Black Ops 4 or their next Call of Duty game, and probably would be on the back burner for DLC. But then again, if Black Ops 3 is still popular and maintains this player base, they kind of have to keep, you know, introducing stuff and keep putting things out, because it's still a money-making machine with the amount of Black Ops 3 players that there is now. And we'll have to see. Hopefully World War II is a good game and everyone will transition over to that. But Black Ops 3, of course, is a very hype game still, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, I'd really appreciate that. 2,000 likes is the goal. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and July 11th, the days of summer. If we don't get anything before that, be excited for that date. I'm out. Peace. Have a great night, guys.